Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for October 31st, 2025. Do not drag me off with the wicked. From Psalm chapter 28, verses 3 through 5. Do not drag me off with the wicked, with the workers of evil, who speak peace with their neighbor while evil is in their hearts. Give to them according to their work and according to the evil of their deeds. Give to them according to the work of their hands. Render them their due reward, because they do not regard the works of the Lord or the work of his hands. He will tear them down and build them up no more. Now, David's prayer in these verses is both sobering and sincere. Do not drag me off with the wicked, he pleads. The image is striking. A cry for distinction, for God to separate him from those whose hearts are hardened in deceit. David is surrounded by people who speak peace outwardly, but harbor evil within. They use smooth words to hide their corruption, and David wants no part of their hypocrisy. Now, this is not a prayer of self-righteousness, but of dependence. David knows his own heart is not perfect, yet he also knows that belonging to God means walking in the truth. He's asking the Lord to preserve him from being swept away with those who reject God's ways. In essence, he's praying, keep me faithful, Lord. Don't let me become like them. So when David prays for the wicked to receive according to their work, he's not taking pleasure in their destruction. Rather, he's appealing to God's justice. David trusts that the Lord will judge rightly, that deceit and evil will not stand forever. God's holiness demands truth, and his righteousness will one day make all things right. Those who persist in ignoring his works, refusing his mercy, and mocking his word will feel the consequence of that rejection. Now, there's also a warning here for every believer. The temptation to speak peace while harboring deceit or to compromise truth for acceptance is real. God calls his people to integrity, to let our words and hearts align with his truth. Faithfulness may not always bring worldly reward, but it brings peace with God, which is worth more, infinitely more. So David's plea reminds us that separation from the wicked is ultimately an act of grace. God's people are not spared because they are better, but because they are redeemed. In Jesus Christ, God has made that separation permanent. Jesus bore our sin so that we would not be dragged off with the wicked. Through him, we are built up, not torn down. So this passage invites us to pray boldly for purity of heart and for trust in God's justice. The Lord knows who are his, and he will keep them secure, even when evil surrounds them. So stand firm in his truth, speak honestly, and live in confidence that God's righteousness will prevail. God's peace and many blessings be with you, and thank you for listening. And please take an opportunity to share this message with others.